I'm interested to know whether or not, Amos, you think that there is a possibility of a collective psychosis. With a disturbing upward trend in drug and alcohol-related deaths in recent years, as well as a marked increase in depression and subsequent medical intervention, we're here tonight to try and get a handle on the invisible influences that are affecting the psychic culture in our communities today. I'm Alexandra Kennett.
I was being possessed. I felt like people were coming inside me and taking over my identity.
Western culture doesn't have traditional initiations into adulthood.
What we don't have is culturally sanctioned sort of sacred rites into adulthood.
I couldn't tell the difference between symptoms of a mental illness, symptoms of institutionalisation, which can occur in 3 weeks. Don't even mention 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years.
So I didn't know anything about transgenerational trauma or all those sorts of things. I just knew that I was really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And angry by the sounds of it.
3 aspects of initiation that are really important. One is that, the first thing is separation.
Youth feel, in some ways, marginalised and disenfranchised.
Michael's brother, Nakana, jumped off Minion Falls. The use of psychotropics and the way that they're used in terms of spiritual initiation, mystical experience.
The other reason why I used drug substances was that it gave me an experience of the other.
I started hearing voices. I had a very strong voice to tell me to cut all my hair off, which I did.
You've got substance abuse thrown in there. You've got often trauma.
I think what we've actually got here is a whole society stuck in childhood.
The other thing that really when we're referring to delusion as opposed to imagination, the other thing we really are interested in is whether this occurs in the setting of some sort of illness.
You're telling someone who's hearing a voice that they can hear as clear as you can hear my voice, that voice isn't real and they need treatment.
We always knew that we were going to be opening up a certain Pandora's box tonight.
A lot of people think the political feeling at the moment is, yeah, I know it's fucked, but what can I do about it?
The greater the diversity of niches in the community, the healthier.
To me, as honestly as I can put it, I honour the choice he made to take himself away from this life. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I love the mystery. I'm absolutely in love with the mystery of death.
You're caught in the in-between world for some time where you're taught how to be an adult. And finally, integration and rebirth, which means that you as a child die.
To give a sort of answer for all youth, I feel uncomfortable because each person has their own experience. And I think you have to talk to each person to find out why, rather than come up with an answer that fits everybody.
Some of them are doing things not to feel things, mainly because of boredom.
They put him on medication, lots of medication. He couldn't trust them.
But once the assessment is yes, you lose your rights.
Is that something that we see as existing in the Byron community, in the Byron Shire? Who says yes? Can I have a show of hands for that we have a healthy ecosystem here? Okay,
So I think connection is what people are really craving at the moment and are not getting it met.
What I find distressing is living a life so full of torment that that's the only option.
We want to be able to discuss these taboo subjects collectively. And collectively then when we finish this and we film this and we edit it, we can get it out to other communities saying there's too many people dying. And they go down and they go down and they go down. About how many people are going to jump off Minion Falls before somebody starts to say there is a problem in this community.
A large percentage of us actually just take drugs at that age because we can and because it's fun and because we're hanging out with friends and there are drugs there. You go to a party, you hang out in the streets, you take the drugs. There's very little else to do.